Hello and welcome to the Middle Earth channel. Today we are doing a full spoiler review of Stranger Things Season 5, the final season. I'm joined today by my fellow Midland Earthers, JJ, Lewis and Tyler. We're going to talk about things we liked, things we didn't like, favourite character bits, generally what the consensus is at the minute of how if people like it or not, theories that we didn't come to fruition, theories that did come to fruition. So I personally wanted to start with the things we didn't like, just because I like to end on a positive note. So I don't know how long this bit's going to be, but shall we start there, gentlemen?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
So go on then, I'll start.
Go on then.
So I'd say overall, season 5 was okay, but it wasn't my favourite season. I was hoping it would be my favourite season and it would literally just blow it out of the park and just, proper stick the landing, which they did in some ways, but then there was a lot of other ways that I was like, I feel like they wasted so much time in every episode. I was like, yeah, come on then. Like, we've got stuff to do. Why are you standing around like chit-chatting about stupid stuff? Like, just go. You've had 4 other seasons to talk and, be like, I'm gay. Like, you could have brought that out ages ago. You could have done that ages and ages ago. Or in the first episode. Then they're, like, just dragging it out and doing it for ages and talking and stopping. Like, the scene where Hopper gets shot and then they're walking down the train track thing and they just stop. She's, like, doing his wound up and everything, and then it's like she just stops what she's doing just to chat, and it's like, yeah, he's kind of bleeding out and you need to go somewhere. Like, stop talking. You can do it while you're walking. You can walk and talk. Yeah, I still think season 1's probably my favourite. And then I quite enjoyed is it season 3 where Hopper's in Russia?
Yeah,
that's season 4.
No, that's 4. Yeah, that's 4.
Oh, okay. I liked 4 then. I liked 4 more than 5 then, because I don't know what it was. I quite enjoyed the whole Russia thing and stuff. It was quite interesting. I felt this season was rushed, but also slow somehow.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, the pace was way off.
The story as a whole felt rushed, but then they've clogged it full of filler.
Yeah, they took that from the playbook.
It's like the last episode was, what, 2 hours, 10 minutes? You could quite easily have made that an hour and a half. They put slow motion in there that wasn't needed, and just, like you say, just bits of them talking and whatnot. I saw a thing, right? The final battle between the party and Vecna / the Mind Flayer was 6 minutes and 30-something seconds long. The scene where Will comes out was longer than the final battle.
That's
an example of the type
his
of
final battle with himself.
thing that they're focusing on. And I get it; it's a big moment. It's the final part of his character development. But I felt that particular scene was drawn out too much, and it would have been far better, in my opinion, if he'd have just come out to Robin when they were talking on the roof. When he said how, he felt that her story has inspired him and whatnot, he should have just done it there and then. I know she kind of gets it, that's what he's saying, but if he'd have just said it there and then, wouldn't have needed it later on for 7 minutes. It's like half a minute longer than the final battle.
They could have took the whole bit with Robin out and then just added it into the other scene but made it shorter, and she could have just gone, "Oh, I knew," or something.
Yeah.
Like, it was just it was kind of like a subplot that they made into a major plot. Like, I get the whole thing of, he needed to accept himself so he could, go into the battle with no fears and no whatever, but they could have just put that into the battle. When he stops him They could have had like an internal struggle, and then everyone sees it because they're all connected with psychic powers or something, and then they all go, "I don't care that you're gay, I still love you." And he's like, "Oh, the power of love and acceptance." Oh. Anything that would have been
It
way
almost
better.
kind of sounds like you're hoping that when he does that, like rainbows shoot out of his hands to hit Vecna.
No, he was reaching out. He wanted. I forgot his name for a second.
Mike.
Mike, that's it. I was thinking I was Will. No, he doesn't want himself. No, he's reaching out for Mike. Which that was also another thing that I thought was hilarious, is that his mum, his literal mum, who's done all this mad stuff for him, you know, like tried to sacrifice herself, do all this crazy stuff. When she's getting like thrown around like a rag doll, nothing. Oh, his little side piece, Mike. Oh no, he's going to be hurt. Like, I find it hilarious. It's like, that you're joking me. He's not. They could have done it. I don't know. They could have done it where the whole gang was about to be killed and he did it. But the fact that it was Mike of all people, like, just I don't care about anyone else. I fancy him.
Yeah.
But then in the coming out thing, he was like, "Oh yeah, I just fancied him." But I wasn't that bothered. It was just like my feelings, like of being. It was just a thing. I'm not that bothered about him really. Okay.
Maybe there's an alternate cut somewhere where his mum turns around and actually puts the axe in his head. You didn't save me. Oh no.
I mean, for me, obviously, I mentioned it in the last video with Matt about the first 4 episodes, but it kind of follows on for the whole series, really. It was quite a bit of it was predictable. So, Will actually having the ability to siphon powers was predictable. Will being gay was predictable. Number 8, Callie, whatever you want to call her reappearing and then dying was predictable. Because otherwise, it just made that episode in series 2 where Eleven goes off on a side quest with her would have made that entirely pointless. So they've obviously had to bring her back in, but then they're like, "Oh, we don't really know what to do. Kill her."
Do you think that her helping 11 at the end was predictable though?
Well, if that's real,
What you alluding to the theory that it was all an illusion and Eleven's alive?
Yeah, if that was true, did you see that coming, or did you think she was just going to be dead?
yeah, I thought she was dead. I thought it was her sacrifice, which would have still annoyed me anyway, because she could have she got these super amazing powers, and she could have just come in and just, you know, as soon as they opened the door and the soldiers are there, just send them flying, kill them all with her superpowers. Like, she literally walked into, you know, when there's a bit where 8 gets shot, she walks in and snaps like 7 guys' necks, like, just do that, just walk out and just snap everyone's neck, and then there you go, you're done.
Yeah.
And then they won't be chasing her because they'd all be dead. There's so many plot holes.
I felt the Linda Hamilton character was kind of pointless.
Yeah,
in the end.
It's definitely the least effective cameo appearance. Like, it didn't really have much point.
Like, so they had obviously the military guy from series 4 was in this for the first 4 episodes and then gets burnt to a crisp. And then they've obviously got her as his boss, and then it's just she's siphoning off the blood to make more psychic kids. Right, okay.
Like, there was no real allusion to that in the other series.
Unless that's what the spin-off series that they're going to do is in relation to, maybe, but it just felt like, we're going to bring Linda Hamilton in because we need a big name from the 80s, but then we're going to make her a villain, but we're not going to make her a villain. And then there was no, they kill 11 and then that's it. You don't know what happens to Linda Hamilton's character. Like, what happens? What happens to all of that? It just gets completely brushed to the side.
And they completely obliterated all the pregnant women in the Upside Down.
Yeah, they did.
And they murdered all of them.
Yeah, they were all just dead. It's fine.
But it's okay because they were dying anyway.
Yeah,
well,
true.
yes, true.
I mean, I think what if another way they could have done the ending to kind of tie it up a bit better, but then if she was an illusion, it wouldn't work. Is if 11 pulled her into the rift as it was exploding to kind of like, just zoom, force pull her, and then like I'm taking you with me, or something. I don't know. It's just like because you just left her to it.
Yeah, her 11 sacrificing herself was supposed to end that whole military covert, let's make psychic babies thing. Well, it doesn't, because it's still there. It's still operational. All right, yeah, they've killed off all the pregnant women that were in the Upside Down, but surely they've still got people in the real world that have been hooked up to.
Yeah, you're telling me he didn't take any of the blood and saw it?
Yeah, there's bound to be loads.
Maybe.
So it just felt. I feel that they've created more problems than they probably solved in this final series.
I
enjoyed bits of it, but I think overall it was a disappointment for me. They teased Vecna, Henry one, whatever you want to call him. They teased his redemption arc. I think what they've genuinely done is they've gone, right, we're going to give him a Darth Vader style redemption arc. They've wrote it, they've filmed bits, and then they've gone, actually no. And then instead of going, right, well, we'll have to go back and rewrite and refilm that, we'll just leave it in.
Maybe that's why they split it. Maybe they were originally going to do what they usually do and, release all the episodes.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, crap, we need a bit more time. Can you release these in batches?
Yeah. And then it's like, we're Nancy and Jonathan, they break up. We're going to put them in a life-threatening situation. You could potentially kill them. No, we're going to bottle that. We're going to kill Steve, finally. No, we're going to bottle that. We're going to kill Hopper. No, we're going to bottle that. They just bottled everything. I think the Duffer Brothers' main problem was they were worried about upsetting a certain demographic.
It's the last season. Just do it.
They've tried to make everyone happy, but by doing that, they've made a lot of people unhappy.
Yeah,
that happens in modern media.
Ultimately, you're trying to portray Vecna and the Mind Flayer as these like world-destroying things, and by not having one of them kill at least someone at some point, you've not raised the stakes. The stakes have not been raised. They've not been seen as a genuine threat since Series 4.
Well, the thing is, when I find it happens with a lot of shows, his characters get popular, and then they're not going to die. And that's what, like this, when he like fell off the tower thing.
You knew straight away.
Yeah, I was like, either Dustin or Jonathan's going to grab his hand.
Yeah.
And then it shows you Dustin like, no, and I was like, it's Jonathan then. I actually kind of had a feeling it might be Nancy and she'd just start like, reps with him. Nancy Rambo.
You want to know another scathing plot hole, right?
That Nancy doesn't get recoil.
Yeah, she doesn't. There's no recoil on the gun at all. No, she is. Nancy and Hopper have probably killed between them about 70 soldiers in this series, and they're just allowed to go off and live their lives. They're war criminals at this point. Why aren't they being charged?
I thought that would flash forward, and it's like, oh, all of the soldiers are gone. Oh, they're all free. I thought it was going to be like, oh, Hopper's still fighting. Like Hopper went to prison in the last season. You're telling me they just go, oh, 11's dead. Okay, see you later, guys. Bye. Get in the truck, guys.
What I mean,
and that's it.
I imagine further down the line, the Duffers are probably going to come out and go, well, actually, you remember Dr. Owens from the previous series? Well, he's covered it all up. He's hushed it all up so that they don't actually get charged with war criminals for killing their own soldiers. Who you watch Bond films and things like that, and you think, loads of goons get killed off, and you just think, well, they're evil. These aren't. These are just standard American soldiers just doing their job. And Nancy's popped out of a truck, and Hopper's popped out of a shop, and they've gunned down several of them. And
With very
Nancy was
good aim.
smiling about it as well. She's evil. She's got a thirst for blood. So when she's gone off and she's then got a little short haircut and whatnot, well, she's going to end up being like, you want to spin off for Nancy now, she's going to be like a female version of Jeffrey Dahmer. She's going to go around murdering people in bars.
Or Punisher.
Or, well,
Yeah.
Oh, I like how all the demo dogs and demogorgons disappeared when they went to the abyss as well. There's literally there was no one but Vecna in that abyss. That was it, just him.
The theory is that what Mind Flayer has done is they've done what it did in Series 3, and it's just sort of gone, right, all the Demodogs and Demogorgons and Demobats, I'm just going to smush you together to make my giant spider kaiju monster. That's one of the theories that's going around.
Really?
Well,
so you know how it killed all the rats and all the people it possessed, and made that spider thing in Series 3 out of all the bones and guts?
Okay.
The theory is they've done that again with all the stuff in the abyss.
Well, I actually noticed. I pointed out to Jade. You know when it showed you the outside of his lair.
Yeah.
I said that looks like the Mind Flayer, like a spider kind of thing. He's up, and she went, "Nah, it doesn't." And then I told you. Yeah, maybe. But it looked like rock though.
And like
that's one of the theories that's going around online. Is that's what happened, but in reality, what they've done is they've just gone. Right, he's now moving worlds. Demogorgons, go on holiday. Go sun it up in Ibiza or something.
It's like if you move house, you move your pets in crates and just like you just put them all in little crates, and then someone's come and took them over by like DPD or something.
Millie Bobby Brown, her acting,
oh God,
shocking.
yeah.
I don't know what we're going on this season.
I think she was a bit checked out. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, her face didn't help, but you know.
Well, yeah, the fact that she's allegedly, we have to say allegedly so we don't get sued, filled herself up with Botox and filler so that her face just doesn't move. It just looks like she's pulling a Zoolander face the whole fucking film.
It's 11 look maxing. You know what look maxing?
Yeah, it's just that's all she was doing this season.
Oh, it seriously affected her acting, and she was just terrible. Maybe like you said, Matt, maybe she just thought, right, this is the final series. It's my last big payday until Netflix throw me another bone.
Well, she got paid. She only got paid She only got paid something like 600,000 an episode or something.
Yeah, some of the older actors got paid more, didn't they? Like, way more.
I think she's got that contract with Netflix, so it's like she's probably gets paid that for any episode that she's in of anything. So they'll be like, "Hey, you'll get paid so much more in the long run." But then now after this, they'll go, "Your face doesn't move. We don't want you. We don't want you."
I don't think I've seen anything that she's been in where it hasn't been produced by Netflix.
Yeah, she did Enola Holmes. What was the other one?
Damsel, was it that movie?
Damsel, Electric Six, she's done, and
I mean, about the only thing that
really little. She was in Godzilla.
Yeah, I was about to say she's still in it now. She's still in the MonsterVerse now.
Oh, is she?
Is she?
Yeah, she's still in it. Yeah, she was in.
Oh, yeah,
I don't think what it's called now. New Empire.
Did she play Bryan Cranston's daughter? Is that who she plays?
I believe so, off the top of my head, yeah.
I can't remember who she was, to be honest. Just some random person.
I know, her face looks so different now.
But yeah, it just affected her acting. Her acting was awful. I know we said it in chat, but I can't remember her name. Nell something, who plays Holly Wheeler.
Nell Fisher, yeah.
Nell Fisher, she was brilliant. Far better than Millie Bobby Brown. The kid that plays dipshit Derek was really good compared to her.
And she's meant to be literally the. I mean, that's another criticism.
The face of Netflix.
She wasn't even the main character in this season. It's like the whole thing's about 11, and everything that's happened to her, and why it's like barely even. I felt like I barely saw her. There was that montage of her training, and then that was it. Yeah. Which I don't know if that's like what you said, where they rewrote it, they had an idea, and then I don't know, maybe they started the first couple of episodes and were like, "Oh, come on, Millie, and just changed it. Like, just cut some scenes.
They've said that there isn't a another cut of it, but I don't know. It just seemed a little bit choppy, doesn't it? Like they've cut stuff out.
And one of the things that's circulating at the moment quite a bit is that entire this is one of the things that annoyed me as well, is the fact that the epilogue after they've defeated the villain was 40 minutes long. Lord of the Rings didn't have a 40-minute long epilogue.
Yeah, it's only about half an hour, wasn't it? I think.
Well, the theory going around is that that's all an illusion, right? And there's actually going to be, because a lot of people have been going around looking at like numbers and stuff in it. 7 occurs a lot and things like that. So everyone's thinking that on Wednesday there's going to be a secret episode that gets released that actually proves that it was all an illusion, and that's actually the final episode. So there'll be 9 episodes released, and so on Wednesday we will see.
No chance. They're not that smart.
No.
Whenever I see stuff online, I'll read, like theories and stuff, and I'm like, "Wow, that'd be amazing if they did that! Oh my god!" And then you watch it, and you're like, "Yeah, that wasn't as good as what this random person on Reddit wrote. Wonderful."
Yeah.
The 11th, was it the 11th of November? No, 6th of November or something. That was never relevant either, was it?
Not really. No.
It was on a poster, wasn't it, for the play that they were doing or something, but that never became relevant. And like, what's his name was like, Lucas was like, "Oh yeah, it's going to happen on this day," and it's like must be relevant to. It was when Will was taken and stuff, but it never became relevant to anything.
It was just like, Henry was in a play when he was a kid on the 6th of November. Will got kidnapped on the 6th of November, and now Vecna's moving world on the 6th of November.
And his badge number on his scout thing was also 11-6, and that just never became relevant. So
it's just like they didn't specify that there was like a significance to that date. There should have been some kind of significance for Vecna to that date, unless it's something that's in the play that we're not aware of, because the Duffers won't put it on Netflix for everyone to view.
Yeah, I don't get that. They just need to do a recording of one of them and put it on so you see the story.
That should have been done before this series was released. People will still go to the theatre in London and Broadway to watch it because people want to experience it on the theatre. But that should have been released before this series so people know what the whole context of that story is.
As someone who has seen the play, I can now reveal that the 6th of November means nothing. They didn't put anything in. Like there's nothing to do with the 6th of November and the first shadow. Like, as good as it is, the 6th of November just was wasted.
Well, what's that about? Like, what happens in the play?
So in the play,
spoilers.
We're just following all of the original cast, their parents at school with Henry Cavill, because they all forgot that they went to school with.
I always
Henry.
thought.
Yeah, I thought they would have come back to that. They never did.
Oh, apparently they've revealed that Joyce and Hopper realised off screen that Vecna was Henry Cavill, and they had a conversation about it.
Yeah, come on.
Why not put that in?
It
would have been so much better.
The thing is, right, in the play, they're one of the people that stop him before he puts another crack in the dimensions.
Okay.
So, like, what he's done in the main series, he could have done something 10 times worse, and they were the 2 people that stopped him, and somehow they forgot about this until they're adults.
So it doesn't explain why they forgot, they just did.
No. Bob knows who he is. I mean, Bob's long gone.
Yeah.
Joyce knows who he is. Karen knows who he is. All of them know who he is because he was the weird kid at school whose nose was always bleeding and lockers were slamming, people were flying around, and obviously his parents got mutilated. His dad obviously survived, but no, we all just forget about that. I know, the weird kid whose parents died, his sister got mutilated, his mum got mutilated. But we'll forget about this guy, and then when things like this start happening, we won't think it's him again.
Bizarre.
Yeah, but they've conveniently put like other traumas in the other characters' lives so that they have an excuse. So Hopper, obviously, He was in, what was it, Vietnam or
Yeah.
Vietnam War. So that'll traumatize him, make him forget his daughter died. That'll make him forget. Joyce probably just drank a lot. Karen Wheeler obviously was married to someone twice her age, so that would be traumatizing.
No,
And she
no.
also drank.
He can't
also
have been
drank
twice her
wine.
age because they were at school together. Because Max said that Mr. Wheeler was feeling her up in the thing, so it wouldn't have been twice her
well,
age.
maybe Karen was in like their equivalent of our year 7, and he was in like year 13. That's still like a 7-year time jump.
Or he was a teacher.
Or he's a teacher,
I
yeah.
thought that.
That's it.
Bob. He grew up, went into the Goonies, and then came back and ran Radio Shack. So that's stuff to make him forget.
Is Dustin's dad in the show?
Dustin's dad now.
Is he not? Oh, I thought it might have been.
I
Dustin's
don't think
mum
his
in
mum.
Justin doesn't have a dad. He's like Ash Ketchum. He only has a mum.
Ted in the show is basically the Steve Harrington of the show.
Really?
That's why Karen's with him.
Oh.
But the old Steve, not Mum of the Year Steve.
I suppose that's kind of what happens in the end, isn't it? Steve becomes he started off as the like rapscallion, like, troublemaker, and then at the end he's like, oh, I teach kids and I want 1 million children and I'm boring. I'm going to stay here and not move.
Well, that's because Joe Keery won them over. I think they didn't realise that he would become such a popular character and that the actor playing him is like really, really good. Because the plan was to kill Steve off at the end of series 1, and then they hired Joe Keery, and it all changed.
That would piss me off if I hired someone that good that I changed my entire script. It'd really wind me up.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a chain reaction. So well done, Joe. You made the final series as bad as it was.
Yeah, if you weren't so
I like
good.
Steve's ending. I thought Steve's ending was good.
Nah, yeah, Steve's ending was great.
Yeah, maybe the others not.
Do people not like the majority of happy endings then, and you're not happy with that, or would you prefer everyone to die but one person?
I don't mind it. It's just it was too happy.
There needed to be some consequence to what Vecna was doing. They needed to, other than killing off Steve's beamer to keep the list of bee people dying. There was no threat. There was no real consequence to what Vecna was doing. Someone had to die earlier in the series, preferably two or three people to really up the stakes.
Yeah.
Well, that was the theory, because when the wages came out and they were saying, oh, they're being paid this much because they're not going to be in all the episodes or something. And I was like, oh my God, they're going to kill so many people and it's going to be dead emotional. And,
Well, I'm sure before this series started, they were like, obviously it turned out to be a load of bullshit, but they were going around saying, oh yeah, there's, I think it was like 5 deaths
yeah.
in the series. And then after the first 4 parts, they were like, oh, maybe it's going to be 1 death. And then after those next 3 episodes and you get to the finale, it's like, yeah, we just liked everyone. We weren't going to kill anyone.
Well, I suppose, could you count? So there was 8. There was...
It's a major death.
That guy who shot himself in the head.
I was more upset about Steve's beamer than I was about 8 dying.
His beamer, that's 3. So there's 8, the soldier guy, who I actually liked better than the doctor.
Which soldier?
The guy who did shoot himself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's 3. There was a desk. That desk got messed up when they were standing on it.
Oh, in the melty room.
Yeah. That desk that was quite amazing.
Yeah.
And then the what was it called?
Vecna.
The shield.
Oh yeah, Vecna.
Oh yeah. Vecna. So there, that's 5.
And 11 died. So yeah.
I can think of another one. Karen Wheeler's wine bottle at the end of the first episode. That was a sad death.
And a lovely throat.
Ted's golf club.
Yeah.
I love how literally no one mentioned him after he went and actually he was like, I'll try and save you with this golf club. He got absolutely destroyed and he's in the hospital bed like in a coma and they never go and see him. You just see him at the end.
No one cares about Ted.
I thought he died until he showed up at the graduation ceremony thing. I was like, oh yes, alive?
You want to know who wasn't at the graduation ceremony?
Oh, I saw a thing, but I didn't read it. Who was it?
Derek's family, because they're still in that bloody barn.
They are.
But they're actually not there.
That's why Derek sat with the Wheelers, because they've had to adopt him because they left his family, his mum and dad and his sister in that barn. They've starved to death.
Also, Mum of the Year definitely goes to Max's mum, wherever she is.
Yeah, she's not there either.
Where
She nearly died. She came back to life. She was in a coma, and she didn't even turn up to her graduation in the end.
She wasn't at the hospital either. Ever.
No, that's
I
what
never
I
saw
mean.
her mum at the hospital.
She turns up the following day. Like, I've come to visit my daughter. Oh yeah, she discharged herself with a boyfriend last night. While the hospital was being attacked by aliens.
Or they might say, "Oh, she showed up off screen."
Yeah, conveniently.
She was just out of frame.
Yeah, there's a plot hole that happened off screen.
That's so funny.
I think for me, my if we're talking like one thing you really didn't like is, even though it's been teased somewhat since season 1, is how lax they were about the fact that the wall was actually stopping. It was obviously the wormhole. I think it was too lax. I mean, all right, the characters have been through a lot, but they seem to just be too lax about it, and they seem to come up with a plan very conveniently fast. Which is what we were talking about earlier, like the pacing. Like, it felt like there was a lot of filler, but then where it mattered, they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll just do this," and everyone's like, "Yeah, do this." And then when Dustin comes back and tells them what he's discovered, none of them really seem that concerned that there's this tear in the fabric of reality. Like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
You know, it's a shame we're not a big enough channel yet, because I'd like to get Neil deGrasse Tyson on here to ask him his theories on that wormhole.
Yeah, very true. I'm sure he would have a lot to say about it.
It's quite a few glaring plot holes with it that they just kind of they thought it was a really cool idea, and then they just was like, I don't know what to do with it. Just skip over it. Don't worry about it. Because it felt like a big thing. Like they were dropping like the hints. So I noticed, it's they go and they do a lesson, and obviously he's talking about wormholes in it. There must be a reason he's talking about wormholes. It's foreshadowing. And then obviously I was like, oh yeah, I was right. It is that's what it is. Wormhole.
I think something around it got mentioned in earlier series as well. There was something else.
It was season 1. He's just after the flea talk, obviously, where they got the idea about the upside down. He uses the piece of paper and the pencil.
Does he talk about the Einstein-Rosenbridge thing? Is that what he brings up or something, is it? I think something like that.
That's the full scientific name for it.
But I like how there was that bit where Dustin was freaking out about him not shooting the thing. And he was like, no, don't blow it up. And then the next episode it was like, oh, it's all right. We're not died. It's fine. It's not going to do anything. Like it was made out like it was like going to be like a nuclear explosion or something. And then it just went, poof, and that was it. The thing started to melt and that was it. And I like how it was very specific things that melted as well. Like the skin didn't melt or anything, or like the table didn't melt. It was just the walls. That was it. It's only very specific material that was melted.
Only the things that didn't
metal.
Yeah, like nothing. It was only specific things, like a game where you just click to it only activates the lava. Nothing else.
Damn plot armor.
And there was a lot of expository scenes as well, like, this is what we're going to do now, and this means this, and I found this book that has this in it, and now we're going to do this, and this is how we're going to solve this problem. And it's like, my God. Like, there was loads of them, weren't there? Like, well, this is what we're going to do right now. And then they went and did it. That was it.
Well, it's all part of Netflix's plan for the second screen content. You don't need to watch what's going on. They'll explain it to you. In excruciating detail.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Mm.
Oh, I don't know.
Do you want to move on to what we enjoyed about it now, Matt?
Yeah.
Is that enough negativity?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's...
How long's the video been?
35 minutes of negative.
Oh, we'll wrap it up in about 5 more minutes, yeah?
Oh.
Well, if we're doing that, then Matt should start because he's always the most positive.
Um,
Oh,
I'm not overly bothered that no one died. I'll say that. Because I think the Duffers kind of just went with the idea that, oh yeah, we're just going to give everybody the ending that they deserve. You know what I mean? Like, they're not, because like, I think it is a little bit of what you said, where like, oh, they didn't want to annoy anybody, but because I've watched like interviews with them and stuff, and they've said like, we literally had conversations about, oh, what happens if we kill this character? Like, how does it track? And like this character, and how does that track? And like, they just thought that it wouldn't be serving the characters to like kill them. You know what I mean?
if it was meaningful, it would. Like, I think the Steve thing would have been
like if he'd fell off that thing and died, what would he have died for?
Yeah, exactly. It would have
Like,
just
it
been
would-
like,
If you were going to kill him, you're going to have Steve dying to save Dustin or to save Nancy
Yeah.
or Robin. He would have sacrificed himself for a noble cause, not just falling off a tower.
I think it would have been cool if instead of the beamer just getting stuck in the wall for no reason, if that had been part of the final battle, like he like drives it into Vecna, but it like kills him in the process.
But
They'd be like the scene from
Some kind of like Final Destination scene where he's driving at Vecna and Vecna uses his Groot arm and impales him and then he gets hit by the car.
like Matrix. You know, like in Matrix when they're like slamming into the thing and she's like impaled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Nancy's next to him and she's like, "No, Steve, I do actually love you."
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
no, I did.
So,
I kind of liked where a lot of them ended up. Like, I like Dustin's like tribute to Eddie with his speech and stuff, where he like grabbed the diploma and like said "screw you" to everybody and things. I liked that, and I like that you kind of see where they all end up. Like, they've all gone off to like college and things, and I like the final scene being back in like the thing with D&D and stuff, and them like literally closing the door on the basement kind of thing, and that being like their farewell to the childhood. And I think some
The
of
next
it,
generation picking it up.
yeah,
it's
I
like-
liked. There was nice,
wasn't
there was
it?
nice bits to it. Like, I think that's the summary of the
Yeah.
whole season. There was chunks that were nice. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like, and I liked Joyce and Hopper finally going to Enzo's and the proposal and stuff. That was nice and cute.
what happened to Thingy's girlfriend?
Apparently, they
Robin?
left that up to the audience to decide whether they were still together or not. Because Robin mentioned that she had an overbearing like thingy or something, didn't she? So we didn't know whether that was her or not.
That's I know it's making dropping back to the negativity side of things, but they've done that with quite a bit where they've just decided to leave it up to the audience as to how they want to end the story. I get it. Sometimes that's what happens in D&D, but in a TV show, no. This isn't one of those Goosebump books that you got as a kid where you have to, I'll go to page 5 or
Yeah.
I'll go to page 33 to decide how my story goes. No, you should tell us how the fucking story ends.
You wrote it. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid to write this.
Yeah, but look at blockbuster movies. Look at Inception. That did that. Where it was like, oh, is he in the real world or is he not?
Compare Inception and
Like-
Stranger
Yeah,
Things.
but Inception is different.
No, but it's the
It's
same. Oh, Dark
Talk-
Knight Rises. Dark Knight Rises is like that. Did Alfred actually see him there, or did he not?
Yeah, but again, that suits that.
Why does this not
In
suit
this-
Like, just because we're talking about Inception, I think, and Dark Knight Rises, Michael Caine in both cases has ruined those open endings. Because because someone was saying, "Oh, can you tell us about the end of Inception? Like, is it real or is it not?" And he's like, "Christopher Nolan never told me. He only told me one thing: the fact that if I am in a scene, that is the real world. That isn't a dream." And the last person we see is obviously him going to see his kids, but Michael Caine being there.
Oh, is it?
Michael.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, with the spinning top. And in Dark Knight Rises, he says, "Oh yeah, it was good. What's it? He thought there was a nice ending," and everybody talks about like if it was open ended, and he says, "No, no." Alfred decided to go for on his jollies and saw Bruce Wayne. That's why they showed him earlier. That was obviously.
Well, that poos all over my
imaginary.
theory, but yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, well done, Michael.
What else did I like? I like that they all kind of contributed to the fight at the end, even though it was very short. Like, Jonathan had his flamethrower, Nancy had the gun, and Dustin and Steve were like stabbing it underneath, and Lucas had his slingshot thing. I like that it was like a combined effort. Will pulled off his arm and stuff, and like it was a good like combo of everybody kind of thing. It wasn't just one person that like saved the day kind of thing. I like that.
Although I think it was quite
foreshadowed that as well.
Huh?
That entire battle was foreshadowed in the previous season.
Oh, in like a D&D game?
No, and they're talking about it. They're like going on about Vecna and how they're like, we should just go into that world and ambush and flank him. And then Lucas goes, yeah, and then we should cut his head off. And that's exactly what they do. They flank and ambush him, and then Joyce cuts his head off.
Ah, that's funny. Didn't realise that. I did like that. I did think the whole like kaiju mind flayer thing was a little bit like season 3 though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing with Nancy with the gun is like, so you're telling me like a shotgun is a strong weapon against a human, but a literal giant building-sized creature, you wouldn't even touch it.
I was thinking that. I think going to be touching it when she was shooting it.
She was shooting it from miles away as well. Shotguns.
Yeah, shotguns are a close-range weapon for devastation.
Yeah,
If you're doing it long range, they're going to do nothing.
If she had some crazy like incendiary armor-piercing rounds in a sniper rifle, then maybe.
No, she already used that to kill the soldiers.
Oh yeah, true. I was waiting for it to put like something around her head, like a red ribbon, to fully complete the Rambo set.
What else did I like? I like that. Well, I suppose we didn't really lose any of our favourite characters. That's quite nice. So, like, Murray didn't die. I like Murray. I suppose it kind of makes our previous video about who's most likely to die a bit void because nobody really died. But
see that?
Never mind.
Go back and watch to see how wrong these two were.
Hey, I can't remember who. One of us had 11 at one, so there you go. We're probably right.
But she didn't die.
A legend.
It's all an illusion.
I wonder where that was as well, because it looked kind of like the UK, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Maybe it was like.
Nah, it'd have been Iceland.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, that's what it looked like, innit? Oh, yeah, it's Iceland that's nice and Greenland that's not. It's like the opposite way around, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, I liked. Okay, so something that I liked was that Murray was in it a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had some good lines as well. I like it.
He was very much pushed to the side in those first 4 episodes, and then after volume 2, he sort of started to pick up again and got a bit more involved in the plot, didn't he? Which was good.
So I loved him in season 4. It was he properly brought something to it.
I think Murray should get his own spin-off.
Well, like Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Like it's Murray.
Like Private Investigator or something like that. That'd be amazing.
Murray.
Or conspiracy theorists, wouldn't it? It'd be Murray and how he goes on to develop WikiLeaks before that Julian Assange nicks his idea.
But yeah, I like Murray. What was I going to say about Murray? I can't remember now.
I think of things I liked.
Murray.
Like I say, I enjoyed the young kids that they brought in for Holly and Derek. I thought they were really, really good.
Yeah.
Jamie Campbell Bower was good this season.
Yeah.
I thought they gave him a lot more to do, which was good, and like as himself, which was good.
But yeah, they utilised him.
Yeah, he was really good. I liked him. Did you see that he appeared as Henry at one of the first Shadow like things? He came out as
he did like a one night only, didn't he? But yeah, I thought he was really good. They sort of,
like
I know
that
they fleshed out the character of Henry and Vecna because obviously there's the play and whatnot. But they kind of gave him that sort of Thanos arc from Infinity War, where they sort of made this series more about him. Certainly towards the end, anyway.
And
like I say, that's then given him until they chop his head up. Yeah, but that's given him the ability to, like you say, he's really sort of shown how well he can act.
Some people have said that he wasn't as scary this season, but I think he was almost more scary as Henry than he was as Vecna. Like he was more sinister, I thought.
I like the scene in the cave. Like I thought it was really good, like lore building, and you know that's the thing where it's like I'd love to see a prequel, and it shows you more of it. Like even if they just did something that showed you where it came. No, a proper prequel, proper one, and maybe show you like where the Rock comes from.
Apparently, that is what the spin-off is going to not specifically the Rock, but like it's going to kind of explore a different mythology, like linked to that. I think.
Go to the 70s, like go to the 70s of them developing and doing the research and stuff like that, and do a whole new cast of characters back in the 70s research lab or something. And maybe they could put Eleven's mum in it or something, and show what she went through, because obviously she had loads of experiments done to her, didn't she, with like LSD and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do some freaky stuff where they inject her with a load of LSD and she starts seeing the upside down in a room. And
but apparently,
you know what I mean?
It's going to be completely new stuff. It's not going to be upside down. It's not going to be Demogorgons and stuff. So I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued exactly what it's going to be, because I don't know what
the downside look,
what it could be other than stuff that we've already seen. You know what I mean? But don't know. Maybe it's like a different topic. It's not like experimentation and stuff. Maybe it's like, I don't know, aliens or something, or I don't know.
Well, that's what I mean. I wish there was more lore. Like the stuff that they showed with Henry kind of just glazed over it because they've got the play. But it's like, if you've not seen it, you're missing out on that. They could have cut so much stuff out of it that we didn't need and put more of the play kind of stuff in, like more of the lore behind it.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, why kind of reference the play but then not fully? Because obviously, like Hopper and Joyce and everyone are in the play, but they didn't go into their backstory, so it's a bit odd. But I don't know.
Yeah,
just seems a bit wasted.
Yeah, but obviously we're meant to be on the positive, so that is positive.
We're trying really hard.
I liked the added lore from the cave scene and everything, and I thought his acting was really good in that, where he's like crying, and you know the bit where he says, what's he say? He says something like, you can resist, you don't have to be part of it, and and you can see he actually like kind of emotes the feelings, you can tell he's thinking like fighting within himself.
That's when they were like, oh, we'll give him a Vader redemption arc, and then immediately decided they weren't going to do it.
But I don't know if that's just expectation. Were you expecting him to do that and they've just subverted it and that left you disappointed? Or is that genuinely...
No, they've said in interviews, the quote was, we were thinking of giving him a Darth Vader-style redemption arc.
Yeah.
And then we changed our minds.
But wouldn't that be more obvious for them to do that than... Is what they did not more original, no?
It's worse.
Positive.
No, but then you look at flipping Rise of Skywalker and people bloody take the mick out of Ben Solo for bloody redeeming him. So which one do you want? Do you want redeeming or do you not want redeeming?
That's because in the Rise of Skywalker, what you really needed was for Ben Solo to return to the light and for Rey to fall to the dark side. There needed to be a switch.
Why?
And for her to fully embrace the whole, I'm Palpatine's granddaughter, yes, I will rule the galaxy, and then Ben Solo kills her.
That sounds pretty cool, to be fair.
As opposed to, Ben falls back to the light side because he senses that his mum dies and then he gets stabbed, and then Rey heals him, and then he gets all sad and pretends to see his dad, and then turns up, and then really fight with the Knights of Ren, you've not seen at all for 3 movies, and then they turn up and he just goes, and kills them all. if the batteries work, I'd have my lightsaber working, my Kylo Ren lightsaber over here, but it doesn't work. And then it's like, oh, Ray, and then he's just dead.
Spoilers.
I like a good baddie for being bad. So there you go. I like that bit that they just kept him bad because he's a twisted guy.
Another thing I'd say, I liked the visual effects apart from the will scenes at the beginning.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
they were
DH thing. Yeah, weird that was. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was god awful, that was.
Looked like a video
but
game.
overall, I did like it. It was quite good.
You could tell it was the eyes that really gave it away, which was completely fake. They could have just got a younger kid that kind of looked like him.
Yeah.
It would work better.
They did that for Pirates of the Caribbean with Davy Jones. They kept his eyes, but overlaid everything else.
Yeah.
So they could have
Could
got a
have
kid
done
with the same colour eyes, and then just not done the creepy doll eyes.
Really, honestly, when he's looking up and he's all terrified, it's almost as if they've gone right. What eyes should we use for this really weird CGI version of what? And they've gone. You know what I like? I like the look of the eyes that the Porgs have in The Last Jedi. Let's just put giant fucking goggly eyes on his face.
That is true.
No, positive.
I feel like that's disrespectful to the Porgs.
You just hear them in the background now going in disappointment.
I liked the Steve and Dustin repairing of the relationship stuff in this season. You know, where they were against each other the whole for ages, and then they had that fight, and I like that they actually had them fight. I thought that was quite realistic, to be fair, because people can relate to like that kind of relationship, I suppose, can't they? You know what I mean? And
and they needed a way to get through the window thing. I said to Jade when I was watching, I was like, he's gonna throw him through that, and then they're gonna find the other passageways. So they needed that to happen. But I'm glad they didn't end it with them, like if they had killed Steve or Dustin, and then they had that regret, it would have made for a good emotional scene of like if one of them was dying and they're off like, I'm sorry, I forgive you. But it would have been sad. I would have been annoyed that one of them died and they'd been fighting the whole time. Yeah.
I'm glad they survived because I didn't want to lose either of them, so I'm glad they chose to not do that. But and I liked that. I thought it was super harsh though that when Steve was like, "Oh yeah, Eddie died for no reason," I was like, oh, "How dare you? How very dare you?" But it was kind of true though, wasn't it? Because I did think that in season 4. I was like, "Did him dying really do anything?" Didn't really do anything much, did it really? But I thought that was quite a realistic dynamic that they had in the season. To be fair, I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, because I always enjoyed that, and obviously the ending that even though he went to college, he still came back, and then they hung out and
they go on little road trips and stuff. That's quite
cool. But I thought that was good.
I think they always joke that Steve's like the babysitter and stuff, but I think they more played them like brothers, aren't they? You know what I mean? Like they're like found brothers because like neither of them have got like siblings or anything, so they kind of like found each other, which I thought was quite nice. But
Dustin's case, he hasn't got a dad.
Yeah. Or siblings, so yeah.
He does off screen.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, he's got like biggest family out of everyone. Yeah. They're all in Montauk. Yeah, that's one. Yeah.
What happened to Susie, Dustin's girlfriend?
Yeah.
Again, off screen, they're broken up.
Yeah.
They say they're broken up, and that's why she's not there.
You know, it's like you would thought that they brought her in, and maybe they could have sang a song from another 80s classic film that would have helped defeat Vecna.
That would have been a good ending, like when they're going into battle.
Yeah. They're about to go into battle, and next thing you know, they break into like Huey Lewis and the News, like the power of love. Don't need money.
I did wonder whether they were going to use that or not, and they didn't. I was right annoyed. But
disappointed.
Did we like the Prince tracks in the last episode or not? Do you think they
I always like.
Yeah, they work.
Yeah, I like the use of them. Yeah.
I think that was probably one of the positives of this series, and for the series as a whole, through series 1 to 5, I think the music that they've included has always been very good. They've not really missed a track. They've always picked the right kind of song to fit at the moment.
Or someone has, like the composer or whoever has to. It won't be them. It won't be the Duffer Brothers. I bet they
Could be.
outsourced.
But what was I going to say? What do you think about the Max and Lucas and stuff? Do you think that was a good thing this season? Do you think that worked well, or like her coming out the coma and her kind of saying, "Oh, it was you that got me out, not the music." But I don't know.
Yeah, I liked that scene.
I do think Sadie Sink is one of the best actors in this show, though. Personally.
Oh yeah,
I think she's really good.
out of all of them, I think of the kids that is, she's probably the one that's going to go on to have the better career. I know Millie Bobby Brown's the biggest star at the moment, but I think Sadie Sink will probably go on to be the biggest star eventually.
She's got longevity, definitely. I think.
I'm
still curious to know who exactly she is in Spider-Man. They've still not revealed it officially. But, there's lots of
Scott
rumours.
Summers' daughter, apparently.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I've seen.
I also heard some kind of bloody Punisher bloody sidekick as well, so I don't know. But, there's a lot of things flying about. Jean Grey! I don't know, but...
Yeah, I saw that, like a young Jean Grey. I've seen she's meant to be one of the Spider children. Like, she's meant to be MJ.
Mayday Parker from a different universe, because obviously we're still in the multiverse,
Yeah, or something. And then,
either way, I think she'll be a good addition. I think to the MCU. To be fair.
Yeah, I think they didn't waste her, because it'd be so annoying. Like, not everyone gets to be Chris Evans and come back and do multiple different characters.
Did you hear the rumor as well about Joe Keery being in Spider-Man?
No.
As Harry Osborn.
I heard.
I saw that floating around as well.
Osborn.
I thought that'd be quite good, to be fair, but.
He gives me more Andrew Garfield. He reminds me of Andrew Garfield in Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be good for him to be like, kind of similar to Peter, I suppose, and like, that makes sense if they were friends, wouldn't it? If they were kind of similar kind of personalities, I suppose. But I don't know. I heard that ages ago. But I wouldn't not like that, to be fair. I quite like Joe Keery, but
got a new film coming out later this month, I believe.
Is it that one with Liam Neeson in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go watch it. It looks pretty good. Actually.
I watched one a horror film with him, or kind of horror. It's where he's like he wants to be like a YouTube kind of star.
Oh,
he keeps filming himself, like doing crazy things and stuff. And
that one, influencer, or
something along those lines. But like he ends up being
Spree,
like psychotic in the end, and it's like mental.
I think it's Spree.
Spree.
Oh, that's it, Spree.
Yeah, where he's like a driver. That one. That's a
with
film.
with the taxi. Yeah.
That's
but he's another one. As Sadie Sink, he's another one that's probably going to his
definitely.
trajectory is just going to keep going up. Obviously, he's got his music as well.
I've never listened to his music, to be fair, but apparently he's doing.
I've listened to a bit.
Any good?
Yeah, he's a good musician.
Is he?
Yeah.
What's his name's a musician as well, isn't he? Who plays Jonathan? He's a musician as well.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I thought you were about Finn Wolfhard's a musician.
No, he is. Yeah, he is as well. Yeah.
He's focusing on his music now instead.
There's a few of them, yeah. But...
Jamie Campbell-Bower is a musician as well. He's in a band.
Is he? I don't know that.
Yeah.
I could see that there, to be fair. It's quite alternative, isn't he?
Is that it for stuff we like? We've gone off the track.
I mean, it's a little thing. I mean, I like a lot more than that, but I think we've gone over the points I've said. Just the fact that Mrs. Wheeler calls them all for dinner again, like we did way back when in episode 1. Just that little bookend.
Nice little nods. I liked a few, and this has been, again, it's been through all of the series, but I like the little nods that they've made to Lord of the Rings and Tolkien.
Yes. Yeah.
So obviously you've got, they refer to it, call it Mirkwood. In series 1, we see Eddie goes on about travelling to Mordor and things like that. You've got the teacher guy, when he opens the gate, he says Melon. And then it's the end of it. Obviously, you get a little scene at the end where Mike's at the typewriter writing away, and he's effectively writing the story. And then that final shot is of the D&D book, Stranger Things.
Yeah.
You know, he's wrote it down as a campaign. He's effectively done what Bilbo's done. He's wrote down his journey for the next generation to read, which is, again, like a nice little nod to Tolkien there.
Wasn't there also a Lord of the Rings poster in the background?
That may have been, yeah.
I'm sure there was one in the scene where he's got the typewriter.
So they've made some nice little nods to something that clearly has influenced the Duffer Brothers when it comes to writing this.
I like that there's some badass mums in this season as well.
Yeah.
Karen, Joyce, Steve.
Well, okay, we know what Matt searches for now.
What badass mum?
And that's why he was closing his browsers yesterday before he shared his screen with the rest of us.
But no, I did like that Karen was randomly brought into this season more. That's cool. The Demogorgons were like way scarier this season as well than they've ever been, I would say.
Although there was the thing that I thought was weird. Did you know when they're all I can't remember what episode it was, like 4 or 5, when they start coming in, like when Vecna comes through the portal, and then they start like smashing up through the plates, and it's like they can literally rip through space-time.
Yeah. Why are they doing that?
Why are they choosing to do yeah.
Plates.
That was a bit random, yeah. But,
It's even worse that not 3 minutes after, one of them does rip through space-time.
Exactly.
Because it can't be bothered to go through those gaps.
They were like, that was way too hard, mate. I'm going the easy way this time.
Maybe they have to go through an advanced training course. So some of them are trained by the Mind Flayer to open up their own portals, and then some of the other ones hadn't got the scheduling right. So they just thought, right, well, we'll go through the ones that are already made. And oh no, there's a metal plate. We'll have to punch through it. Maybe they're just not quite there yet.
They were first grade.
Maybe that's why they weren't in the final battle. They were actually on their training course to make their own portals.
Or they were stuck under the plate.
Yeah.
Oh, can't get back! There's plates in the way. No.
Hello.
I like that they brought the teacher back in that last few episodes. That's quite funny. I like that teacher.
Yeah. That's become quite the meme I've noticed in the last week.
Was it?
Yeah. It's like, I'm not too bothered by anything, whatever. Dustin's in trouble. Wait for me. Type thing.
It's like what's it? Willie in Simpsons, isn't he? I'm going to save all of you.
I mean, in reference to him, I liked as well that they brought the librarian back. And how Murray just slated him for it.
So I mean, that could be a spin-off. It could be Murray and Mr. Clark, is it?
Yeah.
It's like their adventures.
That'd be an odd couple. Oh, I'm gonna miss
Bauman and Schnookums. Their mini adventures.
I'm still disappointed that Erica didn't get to have a go at Vecna, because I think that would have
she
been
got sidelined,
very
didn't she?
deleted.
Yeah, I didn't really see it, did we? That's weird. But the main thing she got was when her and Lucas both came up with a plan. That was like the only scene she really had, wasn't it, in the whole season?
She had the pie scene as well. I liked that scene.
Oh,
yeah.
She drugged Jerry's
that was
family.
amazing. That was a good
Just
scene.
how she just turns it with the needle.
I told you, eat your goddamn pie. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I loved that scene. That was funny.
Another spin-off, Erica the Fixer. Oh, yeah.
Well, is it going to be like?
She just goes around fixing things for the mafia.
Yeah.
Her signature, her calling card, is sticking people with a needle and has left a pie on the floor. So overall, then, what do we think? If you're gonna rate the series,
What we're doing it out of 5 or 10?
normally 5, isn't it?
I don't know.
Well, what about out of either out of 5 or out of 10, and a closing comment.
Yeah.
Who's going first?
I'll
And what's
go,
it out of?
I'll go last.
5.
Out of 5.
Okay, 5.
I mean, I'll go first.
Go on then.
So if we're just talking about this series, if we're going out of 5, I'd say 2.5 because I did like it, but it was definitely the weakest series, and I just think it from how series season 4 was, the fall was just too great for me to be rating it any higher. It just really fell off, I think, this season. And I mean, my closing comment, generally for like 1 to 5, would just be that I do think, as much as we all debate, like if that final season was good, was it not? Like, I feel like it definitely is gonna change the 80s culture in a good way. I feel like a lot more styles are gonna come out now. Like, it's definitely gonna boost like the
Nostalgia-driven stuff.
the 80s nostalgia, because it's gonna reintroduce, like, because obviously we're older, but even like younger viewers, like, it's gonna utilize how they think about the 80s, and it's gonna make it look cool and everything. So I think in that sense, the Duffer Brothers did a good job. A really good job. And that's what I'd say as an overview of everything.
Kind of introducing younger generation to like that kind of time, do you think? That kind of period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've
So
also
for that,
brought,
it was a great success.
they've also brought D&D back into the
Yeah.
mainstream.
Yes.
They've really helped
That's
bring
it.
that back. That's picked up in terms of its popularity again.
Wasn't it after
We've
season
actually-
1 that Critical Role got big?
Yeah.
I think season 1 of Stranger Things came out, and then Critical Role got massive because that snowballed of D&D coming back, becoming mainstream.
I think it's obviously a bit of a side note, but if Stranger Things hadn't come out when it did, then games like Baldur's Gate would not
I was
have
about to
become the
say.
critical hit that they have. It
I
would
was just
never
thinking
have
about
took
it,
ladder.
yeah.
But
I
because
don't think
Stranger
Baldur's
Things
Gate
was so
would
good,
have been as good
yeah,
if
it would have.
D&D hadn't already been back in the
Yeah,
mainstream.
it would have still had a following because you would have still had people that
Oh,
played
yeah.
obviously Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, and your normal D&D players. But I don't think you would have had half of the audience go out, and my missus definitely wouldn't have played it if it probably wasn't for Stranger Things.
Yeah.
There's no way she would have played it, and she loves Baldur's Gate now. So it's definitely helped boost the board game itself, and then things that have been developed with that as its inspiration. As for the series as a whole, the last series, I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5. I just feel that they bottled it on quite a lot.
Yeah.
They just became bottle jobs. They've done so well. They've done season 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just each series has sort of progressively got better, and then they got into the final hurdle, and then they bottled it bigger than Arsenal do. So
When you mean bottled, do you mean just not killing people, or is there anything else?
no, I just think in general there was things in there. Like I say, they teased quite a bit the Vecna redemption arc. They trying to make him and the Mind Flayer this big bad, and then haven't raised the stakes by, other than kidnapping a bunch of kids.
that we
They
didn't
haven't,
know.
they brought in Linda Hamilton's character again, and they did nothing with her at the end. There was no consequence to her. You could have taken her character out of this entire series, and it would still play out the same.
Yeah,
There's no need for,
True.
there's things that they put in this final series that haven't paid off, and that's because they bottled it. So I'd give it a 3.
What about overall?
As a whole, Stranger Things as a whole,
Yeah.
4.5 out of 5.
Yeah. I agree.
JJ?
Closing comment?
Man, was it? They bottled it.
Oh, okay. So for season 5, I'd give it a 3 as well. There was just too much left on the table. I didn't feel satisfied. Like I always use the analogy of it was a McDonald's. It wasn't a gourmet meal. It could have been a 5. They could have given me caviar, but instead they just gave me a Mackey's. The chicken nuggets and chips. Not even a large drink, a regular drink. Yeah, I did enjoy it. Like I enjoyed watching it, and it was like I feel like maybe there's not really going to be an event like this again, because people, especially with how Netflix is pushing this second screen content, like there's not really like I spoke to my boss about it, and we don't really tend to talk about films or TV shows or anything. But he was like, "Oh yeah, what are you doing for New Year's?" "Oh well, I'm going to watch Stranger Things on New Year's Day." "Yeah, that's my thing. I'm going to bed early so I can get up and watch it." And I don't know if that's going to happen again with anything really, because let's be honest, TV shows aren't getting better; they tend to be getting worse. It might happen again, but most people don't talk about it.
It's not as frequent as it used to be.
No.
I'll be back in a moment. Keep going.
There is. Overall, I'd give Stranger Things a 4, maybe a 4.5.
Yep.
I'll stick with 4 just because my closing comment will be they at least did the ending better than Game of Thrones, and that's why they could have had a 5 out of 5.
First rule of being a Game of Thrones fan: we don't talk about the last episode of Game of Thrones.
What episode?
Just the last episode, not the last season.
Yeah, the whole.
That could be a whole different ball game.
The worst part is I could watch Game of Thrones again up to season 3, 4 maybe, and it's amazing. And then, but you can't just stop. You can't just go right. Okay, turn it off. If you're rewatching it with someone, and they're going, you're like, "Oh, trust me, just watch this." You just turn it off, and they're like, "Where's the rest?" "Oh, they didn't make any."
I like quite a lot of it, to be fair, but
No, I think, to be honest, apart from season 8, I was hooked all the way through. I don't think I ever thought.
Yeah.
Maybe up to season 6. Then I thought there was only like 6 seasons. It's been that long now. Do you want to wait for Lewis, or are you going to do yours now?
is it only me left? Did you have your finishing statement and stuff? I can't remember. But
yeah, my finishing statement. At least it did.
Okay, fair enough. Rating. I'd probably say about 3 is probably about right. To be fair, 3.5, something like that. But for this season, but like I said earlier, there was a lot of. I liked where it ended up, and I liked bits of the journey there, kind of thing. But I don't know. Yeah, a lot of it did kind of lose the charm, didn't it? By the end, I think that the rest of the seasons had. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like they were on the travels, and then they stubbed their toe on the way, and it just took. That's what took them so long to get to it.
But I think they've done a lot better than some TV shows have done, and they've done well They've done well to do this well for 5 seasons. I would say.
I enjoyed it more than Breaking Bad.
At least they stopped at 5. They could have, with how big Stranger Things is, they could have just kept leading everyone on for another 4 seasons.
Well, they will with just all the spin-offs they're going to do.
Well, yeah, that's it.
It'll be like Marvel, where they're like, "This is the slate for the next 5 years. We've got 20 shows." I know.
It's never ending.
No, hopefully not. But it does sound like it does sound like they're kind of done with these characters now, anyway. So hopefully there will be something. Well, not because the animated series coming out like this year or something. But apart from that, I think they're kind of done with these characters. So
Yeah, any live action spin-offs will be new cast,
Yeah.
different towns and whatnot.
I'm intrigued to see
Depends-
what they do anyway.
Depends if Millie needs some more money for Botox. They'll be like, please put me in a cameo.
Yeah.
Dear.
She'll be like Clayface from Batman with her face is like, pretty.
I was thinking more like Chameleon in Spider-Man, just completely white and just no expression whatsoever until she changes, gets like a latex mask on.
Put the 11 mask on.
But yeah, in the show overall, I've loved really because it's kind of everything I love about. It's like a love letter to 80s and movies and stuff, isn't it? So that's kind of what I've grown up on and stuff. So I've loved it really. And I'll miss the characters, honestly. So miss that world and stuff. So
Right, it's still available to stream forever.
I know, but it's not the same. Is the experience
Until Netflix do that thing where they just like take stuff off that's even their own shows.
Yeah, this one will just keep on it forever because they know people will watch it.
I think it's their only thing that's going to entice people in the future.
Yeah. Ultimately, they could have done what they normally would do and gone, right, we've created our own program. It's done really well in its third series, but we haven't had the subscription, so we're going to cancel it, even though everyone actually loves it.
Yeah,
because they've done that with so many series. Oh, it's got really good. It's achieved cult status, and then they cancel it because it didn't make enough subscriptions.
They did that with the OA. I really enjoyed that. And that was a similar kind of thing. It's really similar to Stranger Things. Maybe they'll hold it hostage. So they'll be like, we're going to take Stranger Things off if you don't subscribe again. We've dropped below the threshold. We're going to, as it drops like 100,000 subscribers, an episode just keeps disappearing every 100,000. I shouldn't have said that. I've given them ideas now.
I'm going to shoot off because the dog's being a pain.
Okay.
And I've had to lock her outside, and now there's fireworks going off. So you guys wrap up, but I will just sort of leave this vacant area here.
Right. I'll do it quickly. Adios, Lewis.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you soon. But yeah, that's been our review, to be fair. We've been, I'd say it's probably leaned more on what we didn't like, but we have had a few things that we have liked. If you've agreed with us, let us know in the comments.
If you disagree with us, also let us know.
Yeah, just let us know. Like and subscribe if you've enjoyed listening to us. Let us know what you liked. Let us know what you didn't like. Did you like the ending? Do you believe that 11 is alive? Do you not? Are you annoyed that nobody died? Pretty much. Let us know. And there's going to be a lot coming this year because we're going to try and keep on top of all the big releases on TV and film, and there's going to be much more coming from the Middle and Earth channel. So keep an eye out for things coming in the future because we're only just getting started. So
oh yeah.
Right, thanks for joining me, fellas, and I'll see you in the next Middle and Earth episode. So thanks for joining me.
No worries.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Always. Right, ta-ta for now.